Welcome back to the 2025 Varsity Sports Nation Baseball and Softball Media Day. Today we are joined by head coach, the Mount Dora Christian Academy of Bulldogs, led by head coach Jason Sanders. Welcome in. Jason, first and foremost, can you just introduce yourself and then introduce the players that we have with you?
Yeah, most definitely. My name is Jason Sanders. This is my 6th year at Mount Dora Christian. To the left of me, I have Ethan Priest, a senior left-handed pitcher, committed to the Air Force Academy. In between him, next is Eli Feld. He is a first baseman outfielder, junior class, one of our up-and-comer, very talented players. And then to his left, all the way at the end there, is Beckham Sterling, another senior, another guy on the mound for us, a right-handed pitcher committed to Newberry College in South Carolina.
Coach, just talk about these guys you've brought here today. What role do they play on your team, not only as a leader, but just on the field?
They are all definitely leaders within our team, leaders on our campus. Ethan is not only one of our leaders on the field. He's also an academic guy. He is a valedictorian of his graduating class, so that's something pretty special to us. But these guys mean the world. They keep guys dialed in. They're very vocal. If somebody's not pulling their weight, they're going to call them out and let them know. And he's definitely, you can see why, like for instance, each one of these guys, why they were chosen to come today is because they mean a lot to our program.
So as Coach Sanders mentioned, Ethan, how do you manage being such a good baseball player and also such a good student?
It takes a lot of discipline to manage both, but I strive to be a good leader and have a lot of discipline in all that I do. If I can work hard on the field, then I can work hard off the field to have as good as grades as I am at baseball.
That's a great mentality to have for sure.
He also won the district championship last night with basketball and his basketball team, so he's a two-sport guy. So add that to the mix.
A little dual sport athlete over here. So you're committed to the Air Force Academy. How are you going to take, valedictorian, dual sport athlete? How are you going to take that into your college career?
I'm going to continue to work as hard as I do now to build myself up as a leader, which is why I chose the Air Force Academy. They build the best leaders in the nation. And I'm also going to continue to play baseball there, so you get a lot better at baseball too.
So we always talk about what's a team identity? What, like small ball, what is it playing? Like pitching, defense, what is y'all's team identity going into the year?
Well, I mean, I think it starts on the mound for us. We're pretty deep there, and we have it's a diverse group. When I mean class-wise, we have some older veteran guys, and then we have some talented young arms that are all going to contribute. Pitching and defense is where we always build our team. We can find ways to score runs, but we like to play really good defense, and we play at a small ballpark for our home games. So pitchers know they have to be dialed in at all times because games and scores can change pretty quick at our place. Offensively, we're pretty diverse. We think our team runs pretty well 1 through 9. We can hit for power, and we can play the small ball game. We don't play a boring brand of baseball. We like to slash, hit and run, bunt, squeeze. It's all in the repertoire, and the guys practice it every day, and they love it and buy into it.
Okay, so kind of talking off of the field, what are some unique characteristics about this team?
Man, this might be one of my closest teams that I've coached already, which is crazy because it's February, early February, and we just got through the preseason. But it's a tight-knit group, and that's going to help us definitely down the long run because in my coaching career, my closest teams have been my best teams. Guys that get along with each other, that cheer for each other, that pick each other up. This group is kind of leaned in that direction, and I would say comedic value is pretty good with this group. There's never a dull moment. There's always a smile on somebody's face or somebody's laughing at practice because, baseball's a tough game. There's a lot of downs that go with the ups, and they find a way to keep it light.
Yeah, they always say baseball is a game of failure, and you always got to keep a smile on your face, though, because at the end of the day, the best hitters fail 7 times out of 10. Remember that, always.
Right.
You know, talking about that team chemistry, this one's for you guys. How important is it to have that team chemistry that translates onto the field, you know, keeping things lighthearted and fun?
I think it's very important because I transferred over. This is my first year at Mount Dora Christian Academy, and the main thing that stood out to me is the family atmosphere. I played because I went to Eustis High School before I transferred, and playing against Mount Dora Christian Academy, the family atmosphere, and everyone cares about each other here, and that's the main thing that I noticed. And now that I'm here, I'm close with all these guys on and off the field, which is very important if we're going to be successful later on.
So for the seniors and even the juniors, what is one thing one thing that you want to leave for your legacy? This for all of y'all.
Just success, like being able to be like a better team that ended here. You guys are. Yeah, but like a team that just didn't lose. Like it's always like fight. We're never out of the game, whether it's down 9-0 or just 1-1 and then the game.
Exactly, that's a great mentality to have for sure.
So going into this year, what are some of your personal goals as well as goals as a team you guys have set?
We've set a high standard of goals for ourselves this season. Our goal is to win every game, win by a lot. We have a great group of guys that are going to be able to do that. So whatever our personal stats, our personal goals look like, it'll all come together by the time we look at the stats in May and we're winning a ton of games. We all have really good stats.
So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Guys, what is your walk-up song and why is it embarrassing?
Well, my walk-up song I chose is Superhero by Future, but I chose the instrumental because we're at a Christian school, so certain songs or words you can't have in the music, so I just stuck with the instrumental.
So the second part of that question, why is it embarrassing?
Is it embarrassing at all, though?
No, I don't think mine's embarrassing. No, not really, but I don't know.
Mine's Transporting by Kodak, and it's not embarrassing because that's the music I listen to. So, I mean, if someone doesn't like it, it doesn't affect me.
My walk-up song's been Danger Zone, the Top Gun theme. The only thing embarrassing about it is Navy, but it's still planes and stuff, so it's cool. Yeah.
All right, guys. Coach, this one's for you. What are some unique aspects about these guys that what role do they bring to the table? What role do they bring to this team, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think each one brings a little bit different skill set to us. EP is one of those seasoned veterans. He started with us his 8th grade year. So I've had the privilege of coaching him for 5 years, and that's a private school type deal versus a public school where we do have that dynamic where we can coach middle schoolers because we do have a middle school program. But I think that fact that you've had a 5-year relationship with somebody also knows, like, he can read my body language, I can read his. We know by watching him on the mound what's going well, what's not, and some things we need to say, some things we don't have to. It goes unsaid because we've been around each other for so long. But leadership qualities is something that's big time with Ethan. If you see him walk around campus, he's looked up to from the kindergartners to his own classmates. So he's definitely going to keep us on the right track. He's been a part of every district championship that we've had in the last 4 years. He's won a lot of baseball games and been on a lot of winning teams. So he knows what it takes to get there. And when we get to the playoffs and the pressure situations, he's going to be a guy that the other guys can get with and help get through some of those times and what it takes to win in that time of year when you can't lose. Eli is new to us, like he said. His bat speaks volumes. He's a good hitter. Obviously, he has a power piece to his approach at the plate. He's already the second preseason game. He hit a ball about 400 feet at Lake Brantley. That's an element, but something that sticks out to me more with Eli is his defensive abilities. He can play in the outfield and go get it, and he can pick every baseball and make his infielders look good in the infield at first base. So we're excited to have that piece because, like I said, defense is very important to us. I would say that is something that we press on these guys all the time. Don't throw the ball around. Take care of that precious little white thing. The next thing we have is with Beckham. Beckham is a guy that can play a couple different positions. He actually could play infield if we let him, but we let him focus on 2, outfield play, and obviously going to pitch at the next level in college. He's a guy that's very raw on the mound, so we're excited about that. He works with 3 pitches that 2 are really, really, really good and dynamic, his slider and his changeup. And he's a guy that's a velo guy. He can run it up there 91, 92 miles an hour. So, and it's kind of raw talent. He's just learning a love for the weight room and different things in that nature and the nutrition piece. So I think there's a lot of untapped ability there that Newberry is going to be able to take advantage of when he gets there. But it's kind of that's kind of guys we have, I would say, all through our lineup. They kind of wear different hats. We're a 1A program. Guys are forced to do different things. We can't have 6 POs over here in the bullpen and 4 catchers and a bullpen catcher. We just don't have the numbers for that. So our guys are flexible, and they wear different hats for sure.
That's awesome to hear that you guys have a great group of people that will do anything for a win for sure. Now this is for the players. I've asked this for a few different teams now. What is one game on the schedule where you guys kind of have it circled where must win? Could be a rivalry, could be any game, could be a big team coming in. Is there one that you guys kind of have circled? I see him down there kind of smirking up.
Since last year, in the beginning of the season, we played Windermere, a game that nobody had us winning, and we dimed them. So that's definitely a game we have circled again this year because it's probably another game that nobody's going to have us winning, and we're going to win by a lot. How much of that?
Always great to be the underdog for sure. Yeah.
For me, a personal game I'm excited for is playing against my old school, Eustis High School, because I just want to beat them. That's my goal. So that's my team to pick is Eustis High School.
Yeah, same with EP, either Windy or Foundation. Someone we play every year.
Okay, for you guys, kind of circling back to where Coach talked about you wearing multiple hats, how do you feel like that really builds you up as an athlete, kind of to prepare you for the next level of baseball?
I think it's very important because playing multiple positions puts a view for colleges in which they see you, you're versatile, and if you want to make the roster at the next level, you have to be more than one position, and that's very important in my opinion. So the more positions you can play, the better you're going to be off at the next level.
Yeah, it just helps you better all-around athlete. You can go anywhere. It helps you get playing time. Third might not be your position, but if you can get on the field at third, then...
Well, we were so happy to have you guys on today, and of course, good luck to you guys on the rest of your season, and go get them.
Thank you.
Thank you to our partners and sponsors who made Varsity Sports Nation Baseball, Softball, High School Media Day possible, powered by Rock Team Sports, the official custom apparel provider of Varsity Sports Nation. Rawlins College Baseball Team. News 6, getting results. Trophy Sports Photos. Calzadia Media. Seminole Baseball Academy. Orange Observer. IOA Insurance Services. Legends on Deck Podcast. Russ Matt Baseball. Prospect Wire. Vertical Raise, and R2 Cares.